Hey, on WBTV, we are back. We took a little bit of a break, but we're back, and we're talking about how Dead by Daylight is now broken. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, the mid-chapter update for Dead by Daylight came out on Monday, and it broke the game, people. So what we saw was on the Penn Asylum map, windows were acting like doors, and you could walk through walls. So that map was turned off. The hit detection has become awful, to the point where killers are hitting you from 10 feet away. There's been problems with killers teleporting to the wrong side of pallets when you drop a pallet. The HUD is disgusting. There's just a lot of problems. So without further ado, in the 4.50 updates, anywhere between now and the next chapter, we're hopefully going to be seeing a couple updates. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So first of all, the HUD. So they are actually changing the HUD from where they changed it to. So I'm actually just going to take a quick screenshot and send this to Blake so he can see. I think the HUD is like too spread out, is the bad thing.
It honestly,
like,
it looks like a mobile game.
It does.
It looks like you said, it's too spread out. It covers up too much of your screen. It's like a pop-up app.
There were people talking about getting motion sickness, but they were... Some people were wondering if that had to do with the new Survivor animations, but most people believe that that's because like the HUD is just all over the screen, so you're just constantly like looking everywhere, right? Especially if you have like a big TV, then that would kind of could give you motion sickness. So above is a work in progress preview of the changes they were making to the HUD. So they've moved the Survivor statuses from the top left to the lower left. I think I like that better. Yeah. They have lowered the hook counter, so the hook counter for killer used to be in the middle, and now it's in the bottom. Moved the generator counter and objective counter from the top back to where it used to be.
Yeah, that's way better.
Removed texts from objectives, so you no longer get the text when your objectives pop up. Added separate scaling options for skill checks, so you can scale your skill checks different from the rest of the HUD, and then increase the size of bleed out and hook progress bars. So that's the biggest one, I think, because they are ridiculously small. So overall, like, I think this is way better. As I said to Blake just a couple minutes ago when he was in a game, I feel like they should have just added the faces back to the way that the original, like, to the original HUD. They should have kept the same layout. They should have just updated
basically
it.
They've reverted back to the basic layout,
back.
And realistically, it looks a lot more sleeker and a lot more cleaner, which is, again, what they should have done. They should have just taken the HUD and put in new icons, put in new drawings or new animations, or where it already was, right?
So the update that came out today is the 4.5.2 update. Or the 4.5.1 update, sorry. Just standard bug fixes. This, the HUD update will be seen, this work in progress of the HUD will be seen in 4.5.2. So hopefully maybe next week we might see that. All depends on when we get it. So next, moving to Survivor Locomotion. So they're also reviewing feedback about the Survivor locomotions and Survivor animation. Well, the movement itself hasn't changed. New animations and transitions can make your character feel different to control. We want to transition. We want this transition to be as smooth as possible, and we're looking into the following. So they're looking into removing camera position changes. This was damn annoying. Blake hasn't played a ton of Dead by since this update came out.
Yeah, I just played one game before we filmed this to kind of get a feel for it, but besides
there was a glitch where when they put you on hook, the camera would swing down underneath the hook, so you'd be looking up. And I think that might be another cause about why people were getting motion sickness, was because like that camera all those like camera
Yeah.
angle changes, rapid camera angle changes.
I mean,
They're fixing.
another
Yeah, go ahead.
disgusting thing with like the animation as well, and from like one
Oh.
video Wade showed me and one video I watched separately as well, is literally the walking animation. If you like click your analog stick just a little bit forward, or you click the W key just a little bit up or forward or whatnot, you'd literally, your character's legs would not move. So
Yeah.
they made an animation that's super buggy and super glitchy and doesn't even look natural, which is what they were going for. And they
Exactly.
didn't change the healing animation from what I've heard and what I've seen as well. So it's still kind of the glitchy, buggy back rubs that is healing. So
Yeah. So as well as this, as Blake was talking about, they're fixing some animation bugs, and they're also reviewing turning animation to better reflect the old animation. So this was because like 360ing basically became impossible.
yeah, that too.
So obviously they're gonna try to do that. So yeah, well, it's not impossible, but you would have to relearn how to do it all over again, which is kind of ridiculous. So they're trying to redo that. All these issues will not be seen until the release of the next chapter. So we're not going to see any of these changes for another 6 weeks. So
Wait, really? So
Yeah.
Dead by is just going to be broken for the next 6 weeks?
yeah,
We're going to have to put up with a broken game?
that's going to be fun.
Jeez, behavior. I don't know if that's a smart move, but like your whole fan base is already upset with you. Like,
Yeah.
even though the update's only been out for 2 days, 3 days, right? And now you're directly telling them, oh, this isn't a mandatory update. We're gonna put it out with the next killer, and when we do the map changes. And speaking of the map changes,
Yeah.
what happened to the game? Is a
Oh.
little disgusting.
Yeah.
How the game is and how it's an indoor map.
There's like 80 god palettes on it now.
Exactly. Depending on where you place a wall and where you place breakable doors and where you place pallets, you can make a god pallet or a god loop very easily by accident. And clearly, the devs don't even know their own game at this point, because they made it where it's every other pallet's a god pallet at this point. So
They also added a ridiculous amount of pallets to that map. Like I saw a killer was playing with like a perk that highlights all of the nearest pallets. And it was like he was standing, and I think he counted like 18 pallets or something like that.
when
he
he
could
was standing
see.
still, you could
Yeah.
see 18 pallets.
And that was like
Jeez.
ridiculous.
Jeez.
There's normally not that many pallets on that map.
No. I mean, sure, the map's a lot more compact, so the pallets are more spread out, whereas on the game, you could technically, theoretically have 2 pallets right on top of each other, but they wouldn't be easily accessible because there would be a ceiling / floor separating them.
So next, hit registration. Folks, hit detection is worse than it's been, than it's ever been. I was playing Dead by, and I vaulted the window out of shack, and then I ran around the corner like you would normally do in a shack loop, and I was hit from the killer on the other side of the window, standing in the corner of shack. He hit through wall. He became nurse. Doc became nurse. He flew through the wall and he hit me. So apparently many of you responded to the strange hits after the 4.5 mid-chapter update. This is a high priority issue. Our team has identified a potential cause and are aiming to have the issue fixed by the 4.5.2 update. So this means that hopefully hit detection would be fixed by next week. And this also includes the issue where killers being teleported to the wrong side of the pallet. This has happened to me many times. I dropped a pallet on a spirit. I got hit when I dropped the pallet on the spirit, got teleported to the same side as the pallet as spirit, and then I got hit again at down.
Okay, so they're they are releasing an update next week, or in the period of the next week sometime.
Yeah.
And they're doing immediate bug fixes that are completely game breaking and need to be fixed. And then 3 weeks or a month down the road, when the new chapter comes out, that is when they will be dropping all the other fixes. Okay, that is reason. That is
all the animation fixes will come out then.
Yeah.
As well as this, there's a couple other miscellaneous things. So losing pips or gaining pips in custom games. That was fun.
That's a funny one I heard about, yeah.
So that's going to be... That was fixed in update 4.5.1. That was fixed today. Missing collision on a structure Penicillin map. So that was... that
was fixed today.
Yeah, that was fixed today. The impossible areas in some maps, or the impassable areas in some maps, that was also fixed today. Losing pips, though you appear to have safety pip. So this issue will be fixed soon. This is a bug where the game would incorrectly show you that you had pipped or that you had safety pip when really you didn't pip or safety pip at all. So that makes sense. And then misleading collision on rebel piles surrounding the asylum. So that is going to be fixed in the 4.5.2 update. So in the update next week, we should hopefully have the Penicillin maps completely fixed. Losing pips will be fixed. Survivor locomotion, hit registration will hopefully be fixed, and we will hopefully get the fixed revised HUD. So that's pretty much it, folks. Hopefully Dead by Daylight becomes less broken.
Dead by Daylight great again.
Yeah, campaign, make Dead by Daylight great again. Yeah, so hopefully it becomes less broken. I played quite a bit last week and into this weekend, and it was painful sometimes. It was really painful.
I kind of regret not being able to play. I missed out on the fun. Like, honestly, sometimes the funniest
when it's
moment
glitchy, yeah,
when you're gaming is the glitches. Sometimes the glitches are the best part. Like, I know when I heard about the Dead by Daylight killer glitch, where you could have up to 4 different killers in a game or in a match, like, that content was hilarious to watch. It was so funny. Like, obviously it had to be fixed because it wasn't, like, realistic, and it wasn't going to be fun. I mean, it wasn't fun for a lot of people, but it was funny to look back at and watch from a third-party perspective. So,
yeah, like looking back on this, we're gonna look back on probably one of the worst, most unnecessary updates in Dead by Daylight history, but hopefully we'll gain something good out of it. Maybe better hit detection. That's something we've been asking for a long time.
Yes, that's something we've been asking for a long time, and the devs have been ignoring. But now, with their crappy new animations, it's become even worse. So
anyways, thank you guys for watching this episode of WBTV. We're gonna be back, folks. We're gonna be back for hopefully a good period now. So where we're gonna be coming at you with some WandaVision content. We're going to be coming at you with some gameplay, Dead by Daylight gameplay later this week. So thank you guys for watching this episode of WBTV. Like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend, share it with the family, share it with the guy at Freshco. And Blake's doing the ultimate dab.
Pound it! Noggin! See ya!
We'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching WBTV. If you want to see more videos like this one, click the video on the right. If you want to see skits, click the video on the left. And make sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss a single video.